nature, that is about the same issues. And I know that other friends are working in different parts of the world, from Munich to New York to London, on the same theme, on this kind of urgency of looking at nature with, at the same time, a rainbow in everybody's cloud, but also a thorn in everybody's side. It's important to kind of ring an alarm bell at this time, and it's important also as curators to kind of indicate possible ways, sometimes by looking at the past in order to go forward in the future. Interestingly, there's a concept that is as old as humankind, that is as old as design, which is the idea of organic design. As Ajanta said before, we always try to imitate nature. As the director said before, nature is always our model. Nature does it best. It designs best, it builds best, it recycles best. And for millennia, humans have been trying to do what nature does. And the whole idea of organic design has taken many different significances and meanings in different cultures. And even inside the same culture, it goes from formal imitation to better organization of the house, as was in the United States in the 1950s, to more recently also an attempt to imitate the systems of nature and to be just more mindful and to be just more holistic in the way we produce, design, and use objects. But right now, because of technology, because of the advancements of technology, we have come to get as close to nature as we've ever been. So many people say that digital technology is dehumanizing us. Well, I think it might be the opposite. As we humanize technology, and by doing so, we use technology to understand the secrets of nature. There are designers that are trying to distill behaviors of nature, the pattern on the bark of trees. They're trying to distill them into algorithms that can be then reproduced for facade treatments. We are really trying to get as close to the secret as possible, knowing that we will never really make it there. But what is really important is that we try. And the job of curators like Ajanta and myself is to be almost like guides through this landscape that is new, but that is there for us all to explore. I really think that that's the task of museums and the task of curators. Now, at MoMA, I also run a department that's called Department of R&D. That is a lot of R and very little D, but the R is good, and actually I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. And part of this R really is to find out how museums can help people deal with really important matters. You know, we have done a salon about death, we have done a salon about the future, one about truth. And the first salon we ever did was about curation. We were trying to understand what curating means, and we were trying to understand if people that said that they would curate the olive oil aisle in the supermarket would really curators or not. But in truth, what we found out is that across the disciplines, curators are not only guides, but trusted guides. As a curator, you have to build trust, and then people will listen to you, not necessarily follow you, but at least they will listen to your viewpoint. And ultimately, what we can do when we are successful is helping people develop their own critical and curatorial tools so that they can live life in a fuller way and have their own opinions. I believe that this exhibition will help people understand the immortal, endless ties that we have with nature, and also our need to understand what's going to happen at the end of all those footprints. Those footprints end as being only human. We need to reintegrate all the other footprints within our life in ways that maybe will be enhanced by technology and will be maybe also able to give us a better future. I personally believe that we will be extinct at some point, but I also believe that design can help us design a more elegant ending, so the next species will think of us with more respect and tenderness. So I really hope you will all enjoy the show as much as I have enjoyed it. I've had only a very superficial viewing. Tomorrow I'll be here again and I'll look at it in detail. And I'll also, you know, we have a lecture here tomorrow at 4 if you all want to come. But I also hope you will spread the word, and I hope that as many people as possible will be here to see the show. So congratulations to you all. Congratulations, Ajanta. Thank you so much. And Ravi and Director and Chairman. And thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you.
I want to especially thank Paola for being able to make it. I think it's too much. So, Paola keeps an incredibly, a punishingly busy schedule, and it's almost unfair to ask her to come all the way. No. But, just think of what it means for Paola to take the time out and come all the way to India for an exhibition in a city like Bombay, and for people to think that, well, in one go, you start feeling connected with all the works that MoMA does. MoMA, in some sense, is so far away, Paola. It's so far away because when you have these exhibitions, we can hardly attend. And so your coming here makes us feel that somewhere one day there'll be a bridge where even without us being able to travel, that we will be able to travel. So when I made my request to Paola, and I've known Paola for the last 20 years, still she had no reason to say a yes because of her punishing schedule. And she said yes. So a very big hand for Paola. Very big hand for her.
Seriously, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Paola. Thank you.
I love Bombay.
And the common thread between Paola and us is that she's Italian. She has learned to not walk the footpaths of Bombay. She says the trick is to walk on the roads. Yeah. She's figured the trick. And for the last few days...
I'm Italian, yeah, same thing.
She's Italian. She's not, she's like Indians, right, Paola? Yes. So now we throw, there's just one more task, Paola. Sure.
Now, I would invite Shankar sir, Keeper, National Gallery of Modern Art, Mumbai, for vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shruti. I take this opportunity to thank one and all for this special nature embedded exhibition inauguration. It's declared this exhibition is open for the public, and today evening by our special guest came all the way from MoMA, Paola Antonelli, and I also take the opportunity to thank Professor Suhas Bahulkar and other advisory committee members, and Ajanta Sen, curator of this exhibition, Ravi Poovaiah, the faculty of IDC, IIT Bombay. I take this opportunity to thank you one and all for all the guests, and Director Mr. Shri Shivaprasad Khened. Brinda for especially involved this exhibition to be here to today's this program. And especially if I look at this exhibition, for the last couple of decades, exhibitions are interdisciplinary. Not only just stereotyping one particular art and all, it has changed its dynamics, number one. If you see the emblem of this exhibition, it's a tree, nature. So what is this is in Indian culture, every people we are around the world, we have a different cultures, but nature is same and design is same, but needs are same, but greeds are different. So technology and designs join together, the process of renaissance, and today the whole problem of nature, where it is going, what is the deforestation, what is the mining, what is the problem we are facing. It's going to be a biggest problem for this whole planet. This lonely planet is going to be a problem for us because this is the reasons of our desires. And this exhibition, especially if you see this one, this emblem is depicted here as a sculpture. This is, in Indian culture, there is a tree which gives the life. So you see the nectar, you see the elephant there, you see this is called Kalparuksha. In our culture, very exclusively, this Kalparuksha means whatever our desires it gives, but what is endless, the greeds are taken this. If you see the floor, there are footprints of all animals, birds and all. Your technology, your science, your designs are not reached that extent to create which are disappeared animals. So better is have a mind to pay attention, sincere concern for the planet. I take this opportunity to thank you everyone, the people who worked beyond the curtain and front the curtain and made this exhibition is possible today. And last but not the least, the people who are from NGMA also involved and worked extensively. I thank you, Ministry of Culture, Government of India, for making this exhibition possible. And I request you all, please join us, enjoy the exhibition, and have a cup of tea. Thank you very much.
I want to thank Dr. Shankar, Shruti, Mr. Khan, and all the NGMA staff for not only being tireless, but being extremely polite and available. It's not the nature of government institutions to be like that. And they're not forthcoming usually because they feel they'll have to do a lot of work if they are. But this organization, this institution is an exception to that rule. And I'm sure there's something to be attributable to the director because the top sets the trend. So thanks a lot, Dr. Khened, for making your staff, a friendly part of the environment. The staff have stayed through the night. They've never said a no to us to anything. There is a certain technical knowledge that they have about putting up and protecting the floors, etc., that we don't have, that they've been with us throughout it all. And without the nice behavior of the staff, because that's the people you're working with all the time, it would not have been such a enjoyable experience for us. So, Dr. Khened, I thank you for having a set of staff like that. It's rare, it's absolutely rare. And I unwittingly, although it was written on my sheet, just as unwittingly I missed out, thanking the two girls I've been working with every day. So I'm once again going to mention your names. Where is Ashwini? There. These two girls are the soul of this project. Can you please come here? Ashwini and Vinaya. Don't look so shy. So here's Ashwini and Vinaya. And I've asked them to do. I certainly need to mention that when we started with the Book of Life and Tree of Life, and we started with research, their first words were like, "Ma'am, we've never done research before." And they were like, "We'll never be able to do research." And now they're sitting on all this research. Sometimes when they talk to me, they're telling me the things I've told them, and they're trying to convince me. And I'm like, "Ashwini, I don't have the time right now. Why are you telling me the things I already know?" So they're like, "Oh, I've forgotten." And I said, that's the best learning that can happen, that they've integrated all that. And last but not the least, I wish to thank Chetan Bhoot, the ultimate unsung and the go-to guy, because he's the guy who's sitting on all the money and who would not release or who would release depending on. And so Chetan, thanks a lot for being around at all orders. So thank you for this opportunity. Now, okay, if something is going to happen and we pretend you press the button. And press the button. Yes. Yeah. So she's pressing the button. Pressing. Okay, press the space button. Pressing. Now. And then the music and the images were synchronized. Dhruva, can you please come here? Come here. Let me introduce you to my ultimate brat pack. The guy who came in the month of December and said, "I would like to be part of the project," and helped with the wind chime over here and mobilized the rest of the students. So big hand for Dhruva. He's a B.Des student at IIT Bombay.